Yo, I just woke up. I was just getting attacked in my bed. Tobias Rivera, someone I used to know, started messing with me while he was working. He was doing electrical stuff or whatever, and he was thinking of me while he was doing it. He started to try to extract my intelligence, my energy, the spur of energy I get when I wake up and I start to know and see everything. One of those. So he started to try to like extract it from me so that he could have the spur of energy and feel more and have intelligence and like know stuff and see stuff. So the moment I started to defend myself, there a whole lot of like people started to defend him. I mean, a lot. Jessica, someone I used to know, my mom's, my aunt, their her daughter. Her, my aunt is Georgina. My mom is Maria. Georgina's daughter is Xiomara. They act like she's a god, Xiomara, on the opposite world and stuff. Like they act like they're reversed, like they're opposite to this place. And like if that place is real, they act like it. Like if they're real, like if that place is real. So they started to attack me, and the Freemasons came along and started to put more emphasis on defending Tobias, and then it became like all of them against me as usual. So they started to attack me, all of them against me, and I mean with abstract ways and lies and deceptions. So they come up with these tactics based on lies and deceptions that they're that they could see my attacks. Like, so I use common sense a lot. So they act like when I use common sense, like if common sense falls under some, like if they could see everything that's happening, like if everything that common sense is about to do, they see it, and like if they could play games with it, with everything that common sense was about to do, like if what I say falls under their environment, and they can see everything, and they can't get affected unless they want to be affected by it. So of course they don't want to be affected by it, so they act like other than that, like if they could do whatever they want with the what I wanted to do to them, or what I'm saying, they act like that. Like, and sometimes when I'm explaining stuff like this, they go and try to put it into effect. You see what I mean? Like more into effect, and try to make it more than what it is. You see what I mean? Like amplifying their lies to more levels and stuff like that. So they like to use the word inadverting, like if it's in and out, like if it comes in but it comes out differently, like if they're in and doing things from a like the middle of inadverted, like if you go in and before it goes out, like if they're somewhere in the point, like they do a lot of these tricky things to come at me, and I mean a lot. I just woke up, and this been like right now they're trying to make me nervous while I'm speaking. Right now they were just trying to make me nervous while I'm speaking. So they work together, and they act like they're a super weapon against me. You see what I mean? But through lies and deceptions and like reverse and inadverted ways and wicked ways, perverted, wicked. What I'm saying? Just completely like satanic. They're satanic. They're devil worshippers. Tobias Rivera really hated me when he was growing up with me. He really hated me, but he was the type to be there and run in my face, acting like if he was one of my friends. See what I mean? They knew that I was the messenger of truth. Right now, they're trying to like make me say stuff. Right now, you see, like sometimes when you see they're tapping into my brain right now. That energy just fell apart right there when I said it. You see, I was starting to sound a little inconsistent and weak and debilitated. They're saying that stuff right now. So their attacks based on lies and wishful thinking about me, or based on hate and stuff, don't work. It doesn't work ever again. You see, I know how to defend myself. So they got to unite all of them against me and come up with all these tricky and twisted ways to come against me and stuff like that. And it doesn't work. Right now, they just send some kind of like temptation to my dick. Literally, this the type of stuff I'm dealing with right now. Not that I got to, I don't. But like sometimes I go to sleep, and the moment I wake up, I'm bombarded with attacks and lies, deceptions. This, like I said, I was gonna do this perfect. I was gonna explain myself perfectly without any obstruction, and here they are, obstructing me. You see what I mean? I said I was gonna do it perfectly without any obstruction, but they're here. You know what I'm saying? When I say stuff to my mental voice, my inner voice, they intercept it and they start, because they did stuff, they said stuff in order to, be here and spying on me or saying stuff that I say within through inadvertent ways and stuff like that. So when I think to myself, they're there watching and they're knowing what I'm about to do. Sometimes they're seeing it. You see it right now. The energy is disappearing because I'm exposing it. I just exposed exactly, what I'm saying, a point of my mind that they were targeting. So the energy is disappearing. You see right now, right there, there's confusion. So they say confusion, or literally say the word confusion and focus it on me. Like if I'm feeling confused, and I'm not about confusion, I'm about the truth. And since I'm about the truth and I'm the messenger of truth here, they attack me like my ability to know. They want to know, so they want to know everything like I do, but not me. They want to extract it and them know everything and not me. You see what I mean? They want to like have the intelligence that I have, but not me. You see what I mean? And since I just said it right now, what do you think they're gonna do? They're gonna try to implement it, put it into effect against me. You see what I mean? There goes Tobias. He was trying to pull one of my farts out so that he could work through it. Maria, that's my mom. She's in there. I'm gonna show you exactly what they were doing earlier. All at once is gonna make perfect sense to you. They won't be able to stop you from knowing. You see, they just went something like that. One of those confusing like. And since I just did the noise, it ain't gonna work again. When they try to use it against me, they literally be trying to do this stuff. Like, yo, they wage war. You see how I'm fluctuating right now? They wage war based on saying things. They say it in matriculate ways, tricky ways, inadvertent ways, wicked ways. Like if I say something and they're inadverted, so it doesn't affect them because they said that they're inadverted, but they're straight up. You see what I mean? But like they're straightforward, but they're inadverted, and they're like what I'm saying. They go into wicked places. They did it so much that they lost themselves. There's nothing in there but Satanism. They're empty, and all there is that malicious intention to go against me because I'm exposing them. I know how to expose them. I know exactly what to do. And since I know exactly what to do, they focus their attacks on here. So if I sit here in that one spot right here where I am sitting right now, they act like if I sit here a lot. So there's kinetic energy that they could use against me. See what I mean? Kinetic energy. And they go off of that, like, oh, so there's kinetic energy there, and they start to believe it. They start to believe that there's kinetic energy here because I sit here a lot, and they start to act like if they could attack me here in the same spot because I'm here a lot. So they're building like a database based on this location where I'm sitting. And since I said it now, what do you think they're gonna do? They're gonna try to use it against me. You see what I mean? They even said it right there too. One of them. Sometimes it's people who say that, who say stuff, but most of the times it's the enemy always trying. Sometimes they go and narrate what's happening, and then you start to listen, and it's the enemy narrating. You see what I mean? Yo, they were trying to annoy me with this stuff. I was gonna post this on TikTok, but TikTok has a 10-minute limit on my videos. So I'm just gonna post it on YouTube. So I don't have to worry about time limits and stuff like that. But yeah, like That's why, that's one of the worries I had. I wanted to make this a 10-minute video, and they had it there. You see, the enemy just ran away the moment I decided to make this a YouTube video. So they had it there, like any worries that I may have. Oh, 10 minutes, and they'll go to that. If they see everything, literally, they act like if they see everything, and they see the whole, you know what I'm saying, everything that they need to see, and they go and pick specific spots to go. You see, like right there, I just said it, and it was exactly what they were doing. Like if they're in a place that's not here and they're seeing everything, or you know what I'm saying, whatever they're seeing, and like if they could see what I'm about to do, like if after I turn off the video, sometimes you got that moment of not concentrating, is of relief, like okay, sometimes they go and attack in between places like that. They like to wage attacks at places that most people can't even see, can't even imagine. Now you guys know, but that's what they were doing before. You see, they're trying to put that inconsistency. They're doing it right now. They're saying things right now to try to like pervert me and mess with my flow, my regular rhythm. They don't want me to have the energy. They don't want me to have the intelligence. They don't want me to have the smoothness, the fluency. They don't want me to be fluent in my ways. I find myself struggling sometimes to be myself. Literally, like, like I find myself sounding different sometimes, like a white boy or like a hillbilly, or it's just not like me. Sometimes, they were doing it a lot before. Now it's gotten a lot better for me because I'm defending myself at a higher level. But imagine going against so many of them, and they're coming up. They go and they come up with with things that most people can't even imagine. Like I said, like if they're inverted and they're straight up, and your attacks don't hit them because they're inverted, and like if your attacks about gotta hit them, they gotta go through the inverted ways and stuff like that, and go to pervert it against me and stuff like that. In order for my attacks to hit them, that it's gotta hit me. You see what I mean? They go through all of that. They literally start to make up shit like that. Freemasons are like devil worshippers. They're the umbrella society for all other devil worshippers, Satanists, Luciferians, whatever, right? So they went and started learning about Satanism so that they could attack people like this from within. They wanted to be there amongst us. Freemasons are in a lot of places in this country. They have clubhouses in a lot of states, and I mean a lot of a lot, even in Washington D.C. A lot of presidents are Freemasons. So they're professional Satanists. They're professional with it. They're professional with it. So they learned how to, like, they went and started like to research the energy of things and stuff like that. Words, what type of energy words have, what type of energy colors have. You know what I mean? So they started to use these like ways, these words. They sometimes they go and say, I want to know everything, or I want to see everything about Julio. And they start to see it. They start to see things. They start to know. You know what I mean? Even though it should be impossible for you to have that level of intrusion, or so, especially if you have malicious intentions, they act like if they created a perfect weapon against God. They literally act like they created a perfect weapon against God. Sometimes I send God after them, and they start to say, "Oh, look, God can't do it because they're protected." Like they protected themselves. Not even God Himself could go get them and stuff like that, which is impossible. You see what I mean? Because God is God. So like like literally they come up with these like twisted protections, and like if they're in a place that's not, but it is because they say it a certain type of way, and that they're there, and that they could see us from there, and they literally come up with these twisted ways to fight. Right now they're trying to make me twisted and stuff like that. Right now they're doing things, they're saying things right now, they're focused on me right now. So I'm gonna send God after them, and I'm gonna delete everything they did because it's not real. So from here, their physical bodies are now being attacked, and the energy that I was just feeling, the pressure I was just feeling, just fell apart. You see what I mean? I know how to defend myself. So sometimes I send God after them, and they go and go after themselves, like if they're God. You see what I mean? So they try to take God's place, like if they're God, and they're going after them. But instead of punishing them, they reward themselves, or they start to project lies to me, like if they're being punished, but they're not. You see what I mean? One of those things when they go, and act like someone's getting punished, and behind closed doors, they're like, yeah, yeah, do it. Act like you're being, hurting and stuff like that, like I'm hitting you. You know what I'm saying? They start to, make it sound like if they are being hurt and stuff like that. But like I said, yeah. So those are the type of things they get into through lies and deceptions. They like to create lies, spoken curses, spoken spells. You see how I'm speaking? I'm not being. You can see it right there. Big lie in my head. You see? Because I got the real truth right here on my head, in my hat. So they put a big lie. Like if the real truth is a big lie, like if I can't make sense, who said it? Who did it? Nostradamus. That's what you see. You see Nostradamus. They're using like a fake version of Nostradamus. Last night they were trying to revive David Rockefeller through a lie. Uh, I think his name got brought up from me or them, one of someone, and someone said, "Yeah, he's here and kicking. He's alive and kicking." And they started to go off that lie, like if they wanted to bring him back through a lie, but it wasn't gonna be him. But if people forgot that I exposed it last night, that they were gonna bring him back through a lie, and it was gonna be him, but it wasn't gonna be him. You see what I mean? But it was gonna be a lie, acting like him, and he was gonna act through the lie, like be here through the lie. You see what I mean? Debilitation. They just put debilitation in my head. Weakness too. That the longer the video goes, the weaker I get. That's what they said. Who said it? Freemason. Now they're going to a mirror and saying, mirror, mirror on the wall. None of that stuff is real, so it doesn't work. But it was taking effect before, so I'm gonna punish them for all of that right now. All that impossible stuff that they weren't supposed to be doing in reality, now they're being punished for. God has it. Now God is gonna punish them for me.